we must file an application for renewal with the FCC by February 3rd, 2020. When filed, a copy of this application will be available for public inspection at www.fcc.gov. It contains information concerning this station's performance during the last 8 years. Individuals who wish to advise the FCC of facts relating to our renewal application and to whether this station has operated in the public interest should file comments and petitions with the FCC by May 1st, 2020. Further information concerning the FCC's broadcast license renewal process is available at 2730 Lamour Avenue, Metairie, Louisiana, or may be obtained from the FCC, Washington, D.C. 20554, www.fcc.gov. This is AM 730 KQPM, West Memphis, Marion, Arkansas, Memphis, Tennessee.
Get ready for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. For the next hour, we will forget about the black man, we will forget about the white man, and we will deal with the human. Pastor Andre Guy is here to answer your questions from a biblical perspective. He's an uncle man who's on a mission to bring the church together with a Bible and a dictionary. He will tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help him God. And now, here's Pastor Andre Guy.
Well, good evening, Memphis and the rest of the world. Welcome to another edition of The Truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God. I'm Andre Guy Reed.
Hey, you got Q here.
And for the next hour, let's forget about the black man. Let's forget about the white man. And let's deal with the human from a Bible perspective, if you will. Feel free to call in at 901-452-3094 or 901-324-7490 for the comments, suggestions, agreements, or even disagreements we may have. We can agree to disagree without being disagreeable. Okay, the Truth Radio Show brought to you by the Truth Radio Network. We deal with everything from sex, race, religion, politics, and even sometimes sports from a Bible perspective. Oh yeah, God is still in control. You know, it saddens me to see how the black race, that's the Democratic Party, especially the liberal Democratic Party, make a duck out of them. They don't offer you anything. They offer everything you want to offer for the LGBTQ crowd. Offering everything they want to for the Me Too crowd. Giving illegal immigrants, not immigrants, illegal immigrants, driver's license, TIN numbers so they can get an income tax check. They even got the New Way Forward bill that they just introduced, where they're going back 25 years for people that have been deported for criminal crimes and making the government pay to bring them back so they can stay in America. Eliminating, making it crossing the border legal. They're getting off on everything. Free hospitalization, housing, education. But you don't even have a driver's license and can't get an income tax check. But we're getting rid of Donald Trump. Because you know, I'm a Democrat. I'm black and I'm a Democrat. Well, even in Shelby County, and I knew when I saw this, that's something not right with this.
Come on.
You got these supposed black leaders. You know the one, no justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
The Enough's Enough crowd, and put the teddy bears on the telegram pole crowd, and
The one that brought the bridge crowd.
the bridge crowd. That's them.
Okay.
Or whenever the marshal shoots somebody, and pull the weapon out trying to kill them, and the ones that coming out and no justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Well, you're a good representative. One of them on the list, Antonio Parker, and I used to follow behind the things Antonio was doing and stuff, but I got to back up now, because at the end of the day, my God come first. I'm not a Democrat or Republican, I'm a Christian.
Amen.
The Bible in the book of Acts called us Christian. King Agrippa said, you almost convinced me to be a Christian. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 16 says, if you suffer as a Christian, I'm a Christian. What the Bible says. So when I vote based on my faith. Touche, he better get more than some block parties going, but they done closed down Ed Rice. Frazier been turned to a war zone. Watch and see. Well, you got State Representative London Lamar, State Representative Antonio Parkinson, County Commissioner Van Turner, Mayor Jim Strickland, County Commissioner Willie Brooks, County Commissioner Mikhail Lowry, City Councilman Jeff Warren, County Commissioner Reginald Milton, State Representative Larry Miller, and SCS Commissioner Michelle McKissick. All are backing Mike Bloomberg. Stop and frisk. Mike Bloomberg. I got a text yesterday from Touche telling me about they want me to be at the meeting at Minglewood Hall Friday from 8:15 to 9:50 to show support for Mike Bloomberg, and I sent him back, never. I sure did. We're not going to quit letting these people make ducks out of y'all, man. And then you got Bloomberg last night in the debate. See, I wondered what it was, and I sent a text out to a trusted source, and I come to find out, Bloomberg's in town about a month ago. Well, when he was here, come to find out, he spent over $100,000. Yeah, donating to different campaigns and paying for different commercials on different stations. I said, that's why we have such a contingent going out to Bloomberg. See, Bloomberg, I think he said it last night that he buys his politician. Well, listen to what he said, and you tell me what he said. State commercial.
Jake from State Farm.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
This is Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing? Jake from State Farm.
Khakis, like a good neighbor. State Farm is there.
Number, please.
Let's just go on the record. They talk about 40 Democrats. 21 of those were people that I spent $100 million to help elect. All of the new Democrats that came in, put Nancy Pelosi in charge, and gave the Congress the ability to control this president. I got that. Number two.
Wait a minute, what did he say?
I bought them.
That man was trying to say he bought you. That can't be true. That
It
can't
don't sound like to me.
It sounded like I bought and then he cut his. I wonder was he already telling us about what he had did in Shelby County. Corey from Como, he sent me one day, they sent him a thing, here it is.
Message from mailman. Hi, this is Jacqueline, a volunteer with Mike Bloomberg's campaign. Mike is coming to Minglewood Hall in Memphis this Friday, 2/28 at 8:15 a.m. for a Get Out the Vote rally. Can you join us? I received this message this morning.
Corey, they sent it back, no, I'm a Trumper. I responded never. They sent a lot of money, not just for Bloomberg, but Bernie Sanders and all that. They doing what Obama that's trying to do, using social media to get these millennials out to vote. That's what that's about. But y'all comes to being ducks for these folks. Did you find it, Q? But y'all come to being ducks for these folks. I played this song for you this morning. Since you like being a duck, here's your duck music. All you ducks, keep voting Democrat. Them Democrats got you. Their policies are demonic. Their lives are demonic. They don't like God. Oh, yeah, them demon ducks. All the Democrats are treating y'all right. Passing the law that you do seek. They don't care about God. As long as you get rid of Donald Trump, 90% of the people got relief from prison are black. The people helped in the second step program are black. The 225 million he gave to the historical black colleges and universities are black. The urban renewal policy he had to put it in neighborhoods like North and South Memphis to be built are for blacks. But you found that dog, ain't you? Yeah, look at him. Give him some watermelon. Piece of fried chicken. That's them. I mean, y'all like that dancing, ain't you? Them well feet. It peeing down your back and tell you it's raining. That's pee, don't you smell it? Quack, quack, quack. Okay, send a call on through. I'm just enjoying that music, I tell you. Send them on through.
Okay, guys.
Hello, call. Welcome to the show.
Pastor guy,
Mhm.
you have to stop playing that type of music. Back then in 72.
It made you get up start.
Smoking that duck.
That-
A girl duck or a male? No. I thought it was my in-laws. I'm sorry.
Now, Ray, you're a blind man. You went up there trying to do the disco duck, were you?
Oh, back then I could see that. I ain't been blind since 2010 now.
Can you still do the disco duck even though you can't see now?
Oh yeah. You ever see me trying to dance sometimes and hit the wall? My wife broke out.
Oh, golly.
She was talking to our daughter the other night, and she said, what was that? She said, just where you hit the wall again.
Have you been cutting your neighbor's yard anymore?
Oh no, that's coming. That's coming. You know what I mean? But you know, Pastor, what you just said, how about that? See, because I've lived in that era with those, just like y'all lived with the era down here. We had the pimp, you know, the movie like The Knack.
Right.
Remember the movie The Knack?
Man, go there. Stick yourself, Tony. Stick yourself.
So, you know, I had guys on my block with that fur coat on in July.
Yeah.
Thinking it was cool. You know.
I did. I went to the players' ball with my stack shoes on. I sure did. My Jerry Curl. I had a wine set.
You know, he was a pimp buying votes. My people have been selling their votes for many moons.
You know, Ray, all jokes aside, when I was growing up as a child in the 60s, I remember Democrats, they used to come in on a big old wagon. They'd bring you a striped watermelon, a little bit of short bottle of Pepsi Cola, and $5 until you go vote every dang Democrat. And our mothers and grandmothers, they taught us that when you go vote, Democrats are for black folks and Republicans for the white folks, and they embedded that in us, man. And that's what they riding on now. Democrats, they offer black folks nothing. Not nothing. And they know they got off nothing. They had a shooting yesterday in Chicago where the man went in front of a grocery store, just started shooting up in the grocery store, shot 5 people. They didn't call it a mass shooting. They ain't even got Chicago listed one of the most violent cities in the United States. No, they just called that a weekend in Chicago. And it's getting the same way in Memphis, Tennessee. Matter of fact, check this out, Ray. I've been naming some cities. These are the most violent cities in the United States. I'll tell you what they got in common. Number 1, Detroit. Number 2 is St. Louis. Number 3 is Oakland, California. Number 4 is Memphis, Tennessee. Number 5 is Birmingham, Alabama. Number 6 is Atlanta, Georgia. Number 7 is Baltimore, Maryland. Talk about them in just a minute. Number 8 is Stockton, California. Number 9 is Cleveland, Ohio. And number 10 is Buffalo, New York. You know what every one of them got in common?
Yeah, they black owned.
They ran by Democratic, liberal politics. Every last one of
Those
them.
people never going to change their minds, Pastor.
I'm starting to see that.
I'm black, and I keep telling my daughters, I say, y'all black? They go, yeah. I said, stop being black. Stop being a Christian. Or just
be a man. At the end of the day, man, whatever policy that you pass, I want to see how it affects my life and my family's life. These laws, that Equality Act they just passed. Now, they sitting around and looking at Trump, trying to say Trump causing coronavirus, but the Democrats done passed that Equality Act. Thank God we got a Republican Senate. Well, now, I'm Andre today. Tomorrow, I decided to put some man's penis in my mouth and decide I'm not a man anymore, and I'm now Andrea. And if you call me he, then I can bring legal action against you. These are the kind of laws these people are passing, man. And y'all voting for these folks? They some ducks. They some disco duck.
Well, that's the way life is, you know. I heard a guy on the radio this morning said that he would like to see 2 women lead this country.
Oprah and Gail. Oh, I'm sorry. Ooh.
On the serious note,
Yeah, I was.
I said to my wife, I would love to see your mother and my mother needed attention because red furniture, white furniture, red furniture, plastic furniture. No. You can't come into my kitchen. No. I put the one red. You put that at the food. You got one that love the first, one that goes first. You know what I'm saying?
Ray, you're a hard man. I gotta catch you in that call, Ray. Stay blessed, my friend. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show. No, how are you, other guy? How are you today? What do you need thank me for?
Man, if you didn't just take me back down memory lane with all of this came this goes up. When this song came out, the meat wagon was full kid.
The what?
The meat wag. I know exactly what he's talking about.
That song came out in early 70s, 73 or 74.
Mm-hmm.
When these in the time.
That's what that. Is that around the time when you putting them women in their car and driving them down them country roads and they didn't give you something, you put them out the car? They gonna get you. They gonna get you, Harvey. Harvey, they gonna get you. And you know what? I'm glad I brought it up. Other guy, what do you think about that Harvey Weinstein conviction?
Oh man, let me tell you, I was shocked. I was scared to be a cowboy there.
What?
He's black.
Because he's black?
And white guy was black. They got that good white man sitting behind bars for him out there now, but we can get out. They go sit behind the bar. What the power of all places?
Wait a minute, hold up. So you ready to put up a fight about them convicting Harvey Weinstein, but you got understanding about them convicting Bill Cosby?
Yes, sir.
Bill Cosby case had already been adjudicated. They actually did double jeopardy on him. Harvey Weinstein had never been in court. Why would you have more sympathy for Weinstein than Cosby?
So you cannot have double jeopardy in this country.
You're not supposed to.
Okay, it can't happen.
But it did happen.
Bill Cosby did. Okay, all he did was pay off one number state. I said it.
When he paid him off, that's called a settlement.
Exactly.
Okay, once something is settled, that's over with.
Okay, all right. They found the loophole and brought him back.
That's what they did. They actually didn't find a loophole. The prosecutor actually created a loophole. He made it clear. If y'all elect me as the prosecutor, I'm going to go back in and open Bill Cosby case back up, and I'm going to do what y'all wanted me to do. He said it. That man said it, and he did that.
Yes, he did.
But now you are a card-carrying liberal Democrat. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, I am.
And just in the true card-carrying liberal Democrat form, I noticed that you had no sympathy or empathy for Bill Cosby, but you were ready to go to war about Harvey Weinstein. You are a true liberal black Democrat because that's one of the main things they teach you, ducks, is to make sure that nobody gets in the water but them.
Well, can we dissect that just for one moment?
That's it then, that's it.
And herein lies the difference.
Okay.
Harvey Weinstein never talked about my race the way Bill Cosby did. Talking about pull up your pants and all your black people gone looking at everything.
So you mean to tell me because Bill Cosby said pull up your pants, hold on, quit killing each other, quit investing all your money in drugs in your neighborhoods, and you mean to tell me that was a disgrace to the black race?
It was not. But it was a disgrace for racists to say. That was a disgrace thing, man. He don't want a race. He especially the black race, he knew all the time who's got the which whatever the thing is, in the women's race.
So, if for him telling black people that they should start living based on basically the content of their character and not trying to be victims of the color of their skin, you feel like that he was a cancer to the black race. If they lock me up, you're going to let them give me life, ain't you?
Absolutely.
Wow. Charlie.
Call up this telegraph phone. I wouldn't even go call and say, you said this or nothing.
Miss Masters?
Oh, yeah.
Well, Jones is not your Ma Jones not your lady. Ma Jones is a Christian woman of the church. You a sinner. You proclaim to be Beelzebub. That's a holy woman.
Hey, let me tell you something that you don't know.
What?
Women need love too.
Yeah, but they need a holy man. Not a hole in a man. A holy man, by man. She don't want no Christian, no liberal, the Democrat. You can't be no Christian, be no liberal. Isaiah chapter 32 says liberal ideologies.
I think you picked the right song for today.
And I picked the right song to describe what they're doing. 901-452-3094 or 901-324-7490. I'm throwing this out there real quick. I just found out that on the label of Clorox and Lysol, it said that it kills human coronavirus. I find that interesting since they've had that on there for years, that it kills coronavirus. But the coronavirus was just supposedly just came out. I just find it interesting. But anyway, these same politicians that took that money from Mr. Bloomberg, I submit to say y'all, those same politicians, well, guess what?
What?
I'll tell you, let me go to it. Okay, here we go. Those same politicians, I heard Elizabeth Warren last night. She said, "I'm just vexed to my spirit." She said, "If I get elected president, I'm going to see to it that I'm going to pump $900 million in public schools. I'm going to eliminate them sending your child to the charter school or to the private school, and I'm going to make sure that your child gets into public school." I find it funny, number one, that these same people that push you not to accept these vouchers that you can take your child out of the failing school, they send their children to private school. But she's going to make sure that they send your child to these warehouses, like Cape Bond Elementary, where they got over 1,100 students in elementary school. You don't have that many people in Parchment Prison. These are warehouses, but your choices of homeschool or charter school or private school, they don't want you to have that, because see, those liberals want your children in the public school system, but they put theirs in another. You got a caller? Yes, sir. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show. Hey, sir. They got to go in California, too. I guarantee you, y'all gonna hear the disco duck again. How about that? Some of y'all are ducks for keep sending your children to this public school system. Take, for example, the town they got mad because Trump said they were rat infested. It is Baltimore, Maryland. Let's listen to what happened to the school system in Baltimore, Maryland. Let's check that out. Because of course you want to send your child to the failing school. We want to save our failing schools. Why would you want to save a school that's failing? You need to want to burn it down. But
well, you think about it like this. I don't want your kids on the same level as mine.
Oh, no. Send your child to public school. Mine is going to St. George's though.
Yeah, but mine be the CEO and your kid boss. You know, right. All you have to do is just sweep the floor.
And you think I'm going to let the government give you a voucher so you can send your child to this school that I'm paying $3,000 a month to send my child to? Oh, no. You need to go over there where they got free lunch at. And metal detectors. No, this ain't for you.
But you'll get jumped in gangs and all this
right,
stuff.
Right, but that is for you to vote for. But no, your child can't go. You're not sending poo-poo and railway to school with Taylor. Are you insane? The show playing slow. Come on. What it is, I'll read as it coming up. An alarming discovery came out of the city schools Project Baltimore, analyzed 2017 state testing data, and found 1/3 of high schools in Baltimore last year had 0 students proficient in math. It's not all they found. In the midst of that troubling number, there are some bright spots. It tells you about different programs. Most mornings at Baltimore Collegiate School for Boys start the same way, with students chanting the school's motto in the gym. There's some urgency about working we're doing, said Parnell, the school founder. The urgency was born out of need, and it's going on to try to straighten it up, but no, I want this thing to play. Let's see if we can get this to play. I want you to hear what the news reported down there. That's a shame. One of the members of my church was the valedictorian of Tresman High School in 1990. And she had to take remedial classes when she got to the University of Memphis.
StarTech's water repellent seats. That's growth. And the most adventurous Subaru Outback ever.
All kind of stuff going on with the students better than that. Folks changing grades, doing social promotion and all that.
North Avenue continues to respond to Project Baltimore's recent investigations into a
Send it to you, okay. You got a caller?
No, sir.
Well, let me see.
Everybody trying to get this song.
Go on, play about it. I'm sending it to you.
Gotcha.
Let me about them ducks they got out there. They got them. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
Yes, Mr. King of Pop and Fraser.
Hello, King of Pop and Fraser. How are you, sir?
You cannot discriminate, sir. Don't you understand?
What am I discriminating on, sir?
If they get a voucher and want to go to school with your child, they should be able to do that. You should pay $3,000 a month for your child. There she go with the voucher.
Well, wait a minute. Donald Trump is trying to do that. It's the liberal Democrats that said no. We don't want the voucher. We want your child to go to public school. That's what Trump's trying to do.
Oh, my goodness. Isn't that nice?
Nice. Hey, King of Pop, you live in Fraser, right?
I live in Fraser, sir.
Do you know they closed the Ed Rice Community Center?
Why are they closing the community center?
They said that it's too old and dilapidated and need to build a new one, so they're going to shut it down to build a new one, but they have not said what those children are going to do. Well, not just children, the people in Fraser are going to do for these 2 or 3 years it takes to build it.
Why does it take that long to build a community center?
Well, that's a large project. It's not like building an outhouse.
No, sir. You can put a McDonald's up in 30 days.
They ain't doing them that quick, are they?
You should have seen what they did on our street.
I did. Yeah, they do it. They ain't doing it on 30 days, though. I live in Raleigh.
So on our street in a shop. And one reason why they did this like this, sir, is off the highway is a high traffic area.
Mm-hmm.
That whole area makes a lot of money. So the longer that slows it down, the more money McDonald's is losing. That's why they here got this store up and running.
I don't think it wasn't on 30 days though. I think it took about a year to build that store.
A year?
Yeah, it took about a year.
I don't know if it took. I don't remember it taking that long.
Is that one of the store? That one of the store that you eat at on a regular basis?
Yeah. Now listen, when you pray for these homosexuals and all these people, make sure you got them the whole arm of God so the spirits don't jump. I told you I was reading back yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Man was just gyrating and fidgeting, and he had a dress on, and makeup and wig, and them spirits was jumping all over him. And
So wait a minute. So do you think that the spirit of homosexuality can jump off of him and jump on you, and then you become homosexual?
I don't know, sir. I really don't. They need to go to their parents' bookshop. They used to have over there.
Yeah, they done tore it down. You always talk about that.
Open it back up.
You used to must frequent that place a lot when it was open.
Yep, they need to open that thing back up.
Did you freak? Did you?
Called Anglican Town.
Call who?
The Anglican Town.
Now where's that at?
Off of North Washington, down on that area by the whiskey store.
They sure do have a strip club down there. I forgot about them right down Washington.
These young people need, just like the white child. These people got the spirit.
Mm-hmm.
He talking about spending all this money on the club. This child don't need no sex change. This child need a therapy.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Child need a therapy.
But look, have you been going to that place down there on Watkins?
Oh no, I wouldn't dare go to places like that.
Have you ever went to the Paris or Dust Theater down on Summit today?
Matter of fact, I'm late calling you today. I was calling the maid about stuff.
They didn't deliver it? You going down for you got a call? Mm-hmm. So I sent you the video. It's going to be on Baltimore High School. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm good, do good. How about yourself? This is the Truth Radio Show. Mm-hmm. Okay. That question be, do you need deliverance today? No, I haven't seen anything yet, Chris, but you know, we Bloomberg came here a month ago and spent $100,000. What do you think about candidates that happen to be black, that get black people to go vote on candidates? If you go scare them, might as well just go and scare them all the way.
Don't make me laugh. You know, I wasn't aware that you said that coronavirus has been around because it's not reaching.
No, as a matter of fact, I'll read it to you now. Coronavirus, on the back of the label of Clorox and Lysol, it said that this will stop human coronaviruses.
Does it have a number?
What do you mean doesn't have a number? I don't know. I've never heard the word coronavirus until about a month ago.
Yeah, but they're saying this is a coronavirus.
Okay, so when did coronavirus number 1817 on down to 1 come out? Okay, so
if this is C-19, it has to be much.
and so then is it new as they telling us that it is? What I'm getting at is this. What I'm getting at is this. You're saying that this is some new disease that's never been heard of, no cure for it. You got to develop a cure for it. But yet here we have Clorox and Lysol on the back label of their products. They say that this product will kill human coronavirus. So that means that this coronavirus has had to have been around ever since the years that they've been printing on the back of that label. Why is it now so new to us? Is it possible? They just doing this for two things. Number one, to practice on panicking the public. For three things actually. Number two, population control. And number three, to prepare us for what it looks like if they institute martial law. Is it possible?
I would say all three.
Okay.
And then because they've always been talking about population. They say that people.
Oh yeah, but Bernie Sanders is real big on. He said he wants to start in the poorest countries first.
Yeah, and see that to me, we since, and I guess we say for the last 10 years, every single number is going to fire pretty much 5 years. You panic people, they lie. And put something out there that spooks everybody. And if this is something to do that whole, if this is something that is now, that needs to be informed. The whole earth needs to be informed that this is nothing.
Right, exactly. That was when I heard that. Wait a minute, how is it that Clorox and Lysol have been printed on the back of that label all these years that this kills human coronavirus? Well, coronavirus, but then, just like with Ebola, just like with SARS, just like with swine flu, they throw these things out there with the media to see how can the media cause the public to panic and to see how can we socially control them when they panic to accomplish our agenda. They take a lot of these conspiracy theories, they ask conspiracy theories when in actuality they're actually prophecy telling you about what the government is doing.
Right, and the thing is that now the president is talking about, for his or has, or I don't know what he's going to do, but he's going to tell the United States population to American people to get ready for an outbreak. Now, how do they know that?
Well, they can tell something's going to be an outbreak because when they see that somebody gets it and they see it escalate to a lot of people getting it quite quickly behind. It's called a pandemic. So they can tell what's an outbreak based on how many people are catching it. I mean, but let me ask you a question. Now, I want you to be honest with me. No matter what Donald Trump comes out and says today, are you going to believe anything he says? Tell the truth now.
I have to understand that the way that he is, if it's written by him, if it's written by him, I'm gonna have to decide it between right things.
Who writes it?
Yeah, well, he could write it.
Okay.
But if it's written by just say physicians or this or it is by whatever the CDC, then if you read it the way that it is, that's going to be.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, I see what you're saying. If he says something that comes from a source from the medical field, you'll believe it. If it just comes from his conjecture, you won't.
Well, he puts a lot of spin on that.
Everybody, I thought every politician does, don't they?
Excuse me?
Don't all politicians put a spin on things?
Well, this is nothing serious.
Oh, you think you're governing your life ain't serious?
What now?
Governing your life, you don't think that's serious?
Well, what I'm saying is, that's serious also, but this is an immediate serious.
And why do you, why do you say so? How do you even know coronavirus is real?
We don't, well, we're being, what's going on, we don't know.
So if you don't know, if you don't know why you say hold on a second. If you don't know why you saying that this is so serious.
If it is real, it is a serious.
If is a mighty big word to have two letters. My aunt had scrotum, she'd have been my uncle. You didn't say if you said this is serious. That was your exact statement.
If it is real.
Now you're gonna change it.
I believe that it is, but it just isn't.
Okay. Now you believe that it is real. Now I'm going back to my real question.
In this country, the way that it is.
Okay, hold on right there. I got you. I want you. You believe. Now you just said you believe that it is real, right?
I said if it is real.
And then you just ended. You said I believe that it is. Did you not say that?
Okay.
Do you believe it's real?
Do you
believe it's real?
I know where it is in other countries, and it's real. However,
okay, stop right there. Stop right there. Stop.
Not in this country. Why are they telling us to get ready for it?
Stop right there. You said now, you know that it is real in other countries. Did you just not say that?
I did.
How do you know?
Because we're being told that.
By who?
Physicians, CDC.
Well, first of all, the speech that Trump is giving at 6 o'clock is with the CDC, so that way you can believe that. But anyway,
that's going to give it more weight.
Is it the CDC or is it the media telling you that it's the CDC? Even though the people that they showing you is from the CDC, man.
Well, I'm going to have to feel this. I'm not an optimist. I'm not a pessimist. I'm going to listen carefully.
No, you're not. You're not going to. You know you're not going to listen carefully. You know how I know you're not. Because you're already prejudiced toward Donald Trump in the first place. So you're not going to listen carefully. Because you're not being objective. You're subjective.
I look at it this way. If he reads from the teleprompter the things that the CDC has put out, I would have to say that is not conjecture to me.
Okay. But now, remember that you ever heard a guy named Mark Zuckerberg?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Facebook guy.
Mm-hmm. He's a big media guy too. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, he's got his issue.
He went before Congress. And Congress was talking to him. No, he did not lie. What he said is that myself and the other news media outlets, especially the liberal ones, know that some of the information we put out there is a lie. It's up to the people to decipher which is true and which is lie. Did you hear him say that?
I heard him say that a few times.
So now if you heard him say that a few times, how is it that the media can pump something to you and you arrive rock solid on it in faith like you're following Christ? We don't know nothing about no coronavirus, man. You remember how they had to run around with Ebola? Remember that?
I remember that.
You remember how they had to run around with SARS? You remember that?
Remember that also.
You remember how they had to run around with swine flu? You remember that?
I understand that too.
How you notice that every year you get a flu shot, and when you get a flu shot, another strain of flu comes up, and they say, that flu shot we just gave you, it doesn't cover that strain, so we got to give you a new flu shot next year. You heard them do that?
Mm-hmm.
So now, I know different strains come out every year, so every year, no sense me taking the old flu shot then, because they don't cover the new strain anyway, would you agree?
But you have to remember also back in the 80s when it went into the 80s, it was basically the same thing.
Even with AIDS, New York, the president said that in 12 years, that there's definitely going to be a cure for AIDS. Do you know they got medication right now that you can take it for 3 months, and then once you take it for 3 months, you're going to have unprotected sex with somebody with HIV and you can't catch it? Did you know that?
That's what they say.
Yeah, I ain't going to try it either. I don't play with HIV. I'm just saying, though, be careful, man, how they are seducing people. They are seducing people with this media, with this false information, and people are running around operating on it like it's real. If people would put as much confidence in the Word of God as they put in the media and the Liberal Democratic Party, man, the world would be a church.
I don't have a problem with that. But here's the matter. Like I said,
if a mighty big word, they have 2 letters. My aunt has told him she'd have been my uncle. I gotta go, Chris. Bye, man.
All right, have a good one.
All right. That's it?
Yes, sir. You want the Baltimore or you want the other one?
I'll play Baltimore first. Baltimore.
Okay.
Just for y'all like to send your kids to these public schools.
Tonight, an alarming discovery coming out of city schools. Our Project Baltimore team has found that 1/3 of high schools in Baltimore last year didn't have any students proficient in math.
Project Baltimore lead investigative reporter Chris Papps joins us now. And Chris, it took weeks to go through all the data, and the results are really hard to believe.
Well, Kai and Jennifer, this is stunning. Project Baltimore took a close look at 2017 state testing data and discovered 13 city high schools that had 0 students proficient in math.
0.
None. But that's not all we found. Just beyond those troubling numbers, there is a bright spot. And that is where we start. Most every morning at Baltimore Collegiate School for Boys starts the same way.
There's an urgency about the work we're doing.
An urgency born out of need.
9 out of 10 black boys in Baltimore City are not reading at grade level. So
9 out of 10?
9 out of 10.
That grim statistic led Jack Pinnell to open this North Baltimore school 3 years ago. As the name implies, in these halls, there are no girls.
They tend to stay very focused on their studies.
This charter school also has no entrance exams, but what it does have is a school day extended by 1 hour, a teaching staff that is 60% male, and shorter class periods. All of it tailored to how boys learn.
We designed this school to make a fundamental...
Let's Paul for the call. Send him do. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
I pretty much got ahead of the equipment, but I'm glad you mentioned about AIDS and HIV. Do you know that AIDS and HIV, they came from a man that had a weird relationship with a female 8 month in bestiality? That's where it came from.
I don't know that, dude. How do you know that?
You go.
HIV is a hood-infected virus. AIDS is addicted to incarceration and death syndrome. Synagogue. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's going on, sir, Neil? You got your child in public school? Wait a minute.
But you know what, though? I'm kind of torn on this thing, man.
On what?
On this voucher form. Unless I can get one.
Everybody, if the government passes it, anybody can get a voucher.
No. But only if your kids go to a public school.
No, sir. The only way you cannot get a voucher is if you're in a certain income bracket that you can afford to pay for private school. But and that bracket is very high, as a matter of fact. Pretty much any medium income family, if you want your child to get a voucher, they can get it. The governor of Tennessee, he pushed it through in Tennessee. They can't push it through the federal government because the Democrats are blocking it.
That's true, but what I was told is if your kid's already in the private school, then it's only for kids transferring.
Well, that makes sense because if your kids are already in private school, that means you're already paying for it.
Right,
But now, wait a minute now, and go look it up on the Department of Education website. According to my understanding of it, even if your child is already in private school and you meet the income threshold, you won't be paying no dues anymore. The voucher will pay for you as well.
I know that.
And all you gotta do is go look it up. The thing about it is, Betsy DeVos and Donald Trump now, the thing that's getting it blocked is because the Democrats have control of the Congress. Because the Democrats have control of the Congress, they won't let the bill get through to get to the Senate so the president can sign it because they don't want Donald Trump to get credit for nothing. So they'll leave your child back in the school that they're in and they'll have you keep paying for private school when you shouldn't. That's what that is.
But if you look at it like look at the tax, do you agree with what the people paying more in taxes?
No. No, let me tell you why. If they take, let's say if they tax the wealthy people 50% of their income, half of it, do you think they're going to give it to you?
No.
What they going to do with it when they take it?
Buy more tanks.
Now, watch this here. The wealthy people, when they tax them for 50% of their money, don't you think that they're going to cut 50% of the people that they've been paying? Or do you think they're going to say, well, since they took 50% of my money in taxes, I'm just going to keep on paying other people so that they can make a nice living and then I'm going to start living like a squander. Do you think that's going to happen? They're not going to, that's how they trick poor-minded people. It's like when they tell me, I want to see Trump's tax return. I want to see Bloomberg's tax return. It ain't going to change yours. They rich. We already know they rich. Right. I mean, what is the tax return going to show you?
But the other thing, they got to solve kids. So if you don't want your kids around kids that are going to be posting and fighting and fighting because that's what they see at the
They've been seduced, sir, Neil. How many times you see these folks out here talking about we fighting for our failing schools, we fighting for our failing schools? How many times you see that?
A lot.
And what color those people every time you see them?
Blue.
See they what now?
So you talking about fighting for the failing schools?
Yeah. I don't see Hispanics out there fighting for the failing school. You sure ain't got no whites or Asians out there fighting for the failing school.
No.
Only black people could you convince to go out there and fight for. I got the right for my child to be in the 12th grade and can't pass no math test. I'm finna play Shelby County School. They had to hold back 75% of the 3rd grade class last year in Shelby County School because they couldn't read on 3rd grade level. And they still sending their children to that system.
That's because man, as a people, we more followers than leaders.
And when they gonna wake up?
They need to go and wake up, man. You definitely wake up.
Well, thank you, sir. Let me go get some more. I know it, but if I play disco duck enough, you gonna get it. Bad name, stay clear. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show. Hello, Ozzy.
Exploring a policy that could hold back second graders who fail to meet tougher literacy standards. Statistics graders before they enter 3rd grade.
SES Board Chairwoman Shante Avant says getting a hold on early literacy is a priority for the district, and the transition from 2nd to 3rd grade is critical. That's when students stop learning to read and begin reading to learn and comprehend. Educators say if a student can't read at this point, they will fall behind in all subjects.
Passing a grade and then being ready and proficient and mastery in reading are two different things.
Under the current approach, 2nd graders get to 3rd grade as long as they pass. A new rubric would include not only classroom work, but also scores on standardized tests. Avant says an assessment performed in early February would reveal which students are deficient. The increased efforts from there would include after-school interventions, Saturday school, and summer school to get the students reading at 3rd grade level before they advance or are held back.
It's important for SCS to make sure that we are taking the life of every single child as importantly as the entire district.
City and county leaders have cited concern over third grade reading proficiency as a key reason for their expansion of needs-based universal pre-kindergarten in Shelby County. A-Man says it.
You better be glad I got a quicker week. I got a few more minutes. Send RC through. Now you're gonna send your pay that child and send that child back to school another year at the same school with the same teachers and think you're not gonna get the same result. That's insanity. What do you think of that, RC?
Well, sir, I always say a lot of things are going to go out. We have to educate these kids at a younger age. And one of the biggest things that fellow schools have is leadership. Bad teaching. It all starts with the teacher.
So if the teacher's bad, why'd you put your child in the school with the bad teacher?
I'm not saying to put the kids in school.
They need
to change the teachers back now.
No, don't change the teachers. Leave them dumb teachers at that dumb school and put your child in another school. You called earlier though. I'm running out of time. I gotta go. Bye. I'm gonna change the teacher. Change the school. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show. Yeah, you gotta make it quick. We ain't got but a minute. I thought they did take relief from slavery. They keep on TV talking about it all the time. Man, they're cool. I gotta go, Black. We out of time. Bye, y'all. Y'all, if you like the show, support the show. Go to AndreGuy.com, click on Revelation Christian Center. You can catch our worship services at Revelation Christian Center, House of Prayer, YouTube. God bless. I love you. I wish we had time to play Disco Duck for y'all. I know you like it. Bye.